I hit Unreal this season pretty easily, and to be honest, it isn't hard once you know the things I do. Some of you guys probably already know who I am, but for those who don't, I was a former pro player with $8,000 earned from competing. So these tips are coming from someone who knows what they are doing and has earned lots of money competing against the top pros. For example, I killed Clix many times, and I used to duo with AsianJeff back in the day. Now that we got that out the way, thank you to Sponge for spreading positivity in the comment section down below. Responding to his comment, yes, I will definitely make a video like that in the future. If you guys want to be featured in the next video, comment down below. So today I want to be sharing the secrets that pros don't want you to know to hitting Unreal fast, and at the end of the video, I'm going to be breaking down the 20 elimination win that got me to Unreal. Before I hop right in, like, comment, subscribe, and use code Tiekko in the Fortnite item shop as it is greatly appreciated. This is going to be a complete guide to hitting Unreal, so buckle up and get ready to grind to Unreal, and use the timestamps down below to skip around the video if you need. No one actually knows how the point system works, and most people lie straight to your face on TikTok saying they know how it works. But the truth is, no one knows. From my understanding, in the lower ranks, as long as you get a few elims and survive a little bit, you will go up percentage. I also think that if you get the Forecast Tower and capture Loot Island, you might be granted a bit more percentage, but that's all just me guessing. The best game mode to play is without a doubt solos. As much as people hate solos, Fortnite Ranked gives you the most percentage when you play them. It makes sense because you have no one to rely on in the fights, and if you die, it's over. With that being said, squads would be the worst for ranking up, and I know a lot of you guys play squads because it's the easiest, but it splits the percentage between 4 players. The best loadout for ranked is going to be the burst SMG, the pump, any type of grappler for mobility, medkits, and big pots. This season I found myself picking up medkits over minis because of how easy it is to get the medallion from eliminating other players. For a player like me who is really confident in their fighting ability, this loadout was literally perfect because of how good the burst SMG is. In my opinion, it's by far the best weapon in the game this season. This season had the introduction to the attachments, and not many people know which attachments are actually good. So basically, it works like this. For the pump or any shotgun, to be honest, you want the angled foregrip, and the rest of the attachments don't really matter, but you want the angled foregrip because it allows you to pull your gun out after editing very fast. To make the burst SMG super OP, you want the foregrip and the muzzle brake, as it gives you no recoil and no bloom when hip firing. Now if you pair that up with the speed mag, it's by far the best gun in the game. Drop spots are really tricky, and I've seen a lot of people not know where to land and just constantly get eliminated off spawn. I personally hate the new mythic POIs, so I don't land there because the AIs are so annoying. Instead, I land outside of the POIs, like this logjam area above the Grand Glacier, this OP drop spot outside of the fencing fields, and last but not least, this little lodge outside of fencing fields once again. These are examples of drop spots that are fairly uncontested and lead you right into mythic POIs where you can fight the medallion player after he gets it and eliminate him super easily. Before we hop right into analyzing and breaking down my game, we need to talk about fighting. Ranked is a fighting game mode. Players who are good at fighting will have a way easier time playing ranked, while other players who just camp and who aren't playing to get better will struggle. You need to improve fighting, and the best way to do that is playing creative. Take 30 minutes a day to add creative to your gameplay and you will improve much faster. So with all the tips out the way, this is going to be me breaking down my 20 elimination win that got me to Unreal rank this season. So I landed this drop spot because I like it a lot and usually drop down and get the barrels, so I have 40 shield off the rip. I got an AR off spawn, so I just get this free elimination from a player who had a bad drop. Then knowing there is still another player landing with me, I look at my loadout and realize I don't have a shotgun. So I take the time to get stacked, which really didn't take long at this drop spot, and then I take advantage of the fact that I have flow berries in my inventory. I used them to get more shield and to surprise my opponent by jumping on him quickly, and this allows me to get a lot of tags, and after a few moments later, I finish him off. When I play ranked, I usually rotate into a mythic POI after I'm done with my drop spot, and this game I caught the players fighting, so I got a free elimination from it. Then I run up on the guy who was fighting the guy I just eliminated while he was healing and grab his wall super fast. I make a right hand peek window and get a lot of damage on him. A few moments later, I realized he is boxed up on one wood wall that I can chop out. But look how smart this is. I grabbed the wall I chopped out and edited it in a way that it goes into the ground where he can't see it. This leaves the enemy player with his map out trying to hold his wall, but it's impossible since I already have my piece there. In this next fight, I got hit hard and I was fighting the player who had the medallion. So I knew after I hit him hard right here, I needed to jump on him and make a play right away. So I decided to edit out the side and go for a side jump and then pump him, and it was an easy elimination. Then little Jimmy, the little drone, just pulled up on me. I got a few tags on him and I eliminated him. This was literally a champion ranked player. Most of the people watching this video are most definitely better than him, so if you're not in the Unreal or champion rank, I just It's just wild. The next fight, these players jumped in on each other. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was time to third party them, giving him no time to react, securing yet another elim. But one thing I want to note here is how important the way I took the wall and cone at the same time and then set up a right hand peek with the window. This allowed me to secure the elim very easily. While flying through the air, I made sure to hip fire, trying to get some lucky damage on my opponent, which I actually do. But when I land, I don't stop spraying. This leads to me one pumping him super easily, and to be honest, this kid wasn't very good, so I mean, take whatever you can from this fight. This next fight, I actually got really lucky that I out-aimed the player, but the most important part is the way I mantled up the cone. In fights sometimes, one surprise mantle will win you the fight. Here, if I hit more shots, I would have got a free elim and it would have been super easy. But of course I whiffed a few and it came down to the wire, but if I didn't miss, I would have got an easy elimination. I engaged in this fight with a player, but then later realized that the storm was on my back, so I got ahead and looked back. For some reason, I guess he couldn't see me well through the storm, but I beamed him so hard and got a free elim. But what you want to take away from this fight is the fact that it is okay to leave a fight. Not everything is favorable. You want to give yourself an unfair advantage in every fight that you take, and in this case, it was being in zone. I beamed this player and hit him twice. While approaching his box, I slide and continue to spray him, which maintains my momentum running forward. This allows me to hit him one more time, meaning he has barely any shield left, and I'm closing the distance very fast. After that, it's now just constant pressure where I smack on his wall and phase a wall behind him at the same time, and this forces him to go down, and I clean it up with a straight 50-50 because he was so weak. I wouldn't recommend to use a zipline, but I only did it because he wasn't looking at me. And since he wasn't looking at me, I beamed him super hard. Then, I don't stop trying to get in his box. Eventually, I cone slide him with my 0 ping and eliminate him, but the main point here was the relentless pressure I put on him by not giving him a chance to breathe. Most spray weapons this season are literally overpowered, so literally just spray people when they are boxed up so you can get free damage like this. It makes the players panic and you can finish off fights super easily. Same thing here, I just sprayed him and then I saw he didn't have any shield and it was just a free elim. When you are in a bush, please don't move. It literally makes this sound. After that sound, I knew the player is bad, so I get in his face. Another cone slide, but this time it is a different way of doing it. This type of cone slide can only happen if you aim underneath the box, and it's super useful for eliminating players quickly. This player got beamed by me and then didn't even try to fight back, and the same thing with this player who exploded himself when I was on his wall, so don't worry about those fights. But in the last fight, I was build fighting this last guy, and then decided it's probably not worth it, so I just dropped down. Then I got some damage on him while spraying, and he died to storm, finishing off my 20 elimination win and getting me Unreal this season. I know that was a lot of information to take in, but please be sure to rewatch some of the fights and keep a mental note the next time you are playing ranked. I promise you guys, hitting Unreal isn't that hard, you just need to get better at fighting. And the best way to get better at fighting is literally constantly fighting. So don't be a player like that guy who is sitting in the bush, literally just fight as many players as you can, and I promise it'll make you better. Not only does it make you better, it would also help you next season when you want to hit Unreal because you are now a better fighter. And that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys want to watch the full video of me speedrunning to Unreal, click on the screen. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for the support recently.